The latest information coming in from the National Hurricane Center, the latest advisory coming in just moments ago, Bayne. We are still at a Category 2. Winds compared to 24 hours ago, up about 5 miles, 105 miles per hour. Now notice, this is big, and it's another reason we've been watching and saying, forecast coming to fruition, the storm is moving north-northeast at 17 miles per hour, and key to that is still away from land as far as landfall.
Yes, thank goodness. We don't want to, this is good news for us for sure. So that's going to keep that in mind. But, on top of this, we do have those impacts. There's still going to be, impacting the coast. A lot of folks are going to be dealing with those giant swells like we talked about, rip currents, and of course, really gusty winds too. Yeah,
that's a main concern along the Outer Banks right now. And as you look at the storm itself on the northern side, if it's really blowing up on the southern side, a little bit of maybe drier air coming on in. But nonetheless, this storm itself continues to move off to the north and northeast. And what has changed since the last advisory? Well, the pressures are the same, the winds are the same, the movement is the same. So not much at all. In fact, nothing from the 2 o'clock advisory, rather. Having a look at what we're watching with this, and here's the forecast cone, taking it well away from the U.S. mainland and just between Bermuda, as is the forecast. Boy, this has really come through in a good way, right? So as this approaches the North Carolina coast, that's the significant wind that we're dealing with, the significant swells that we're dealing with. And by the time we get into Saturday and into the weekend, this thing is out of here. But meantime, the next, I would say, 24 to 48 hours is one to watch, especially along the United States coastline here. For those reasons, the surf, the swell, all of that.
And we've been seeing images coming out of, the Outer Banks and all of these areas early this morning. It is intense out there. And like those surfers were saying, if you're not an expert, stay out of the waters for sure. No, not at all. I mean, you can even see how much this, the storm is 200 miles away or over 300 miles away from shore. But that impact is so widespread, dealing with 40+ mile per hour wind gusts coming into the area now.
And you're looking at the Cape right now where you're starting to feel those tropical storm force winds, 40 miles per hour or greater. Some of those gusts could easily get to 50 to 60 miles per hour. You add some rain on that. It's not a lot of rain, an inch, maybe a little bit more, but it's the wind impact that you're going to be feeling for sure. Having said that, look at this enhanced satellite imagery. Look at the northern side of this Bayne, explosive storms here. And guess where all that wave energy continues to move?
Oh, yeah.
Up to the eastern seaboard. It's what you don't see that's in the ocean that's the concern here.
Right. I mean, we're dealing with these giant swells, and this is where we could deal with, intense and large waves, which can just pull people in. A dangerous situation. A lot of beaches are closed for good reason. On top of this, we could see a bit of that storm surge going to be impacting mostly the Carolinas just because they're sticking out a little bit more.
It's true.
So, I mean, potentially 3 foot to 4 feet of storm surge for some folks. Looking over there, it looks like over in
some of the high tides too.
The high tides as well going to be impacting those areas. But over in Duck looks like maybe about 1 foot, 2 feet of storm surge currently. So just something to keep in mind as we continue to keep on moving over the next couple of hours, the next few days here, really.
So true, absolutely.